A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 532nd edition of TSR Live. Your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. We are presented, as always, by Gorilla Mind Rush, the #1 non-habit forming supplement for energy, focus, and concentration. For energy, focus, and concentration without the crash or dependency, please go to donovansharpe.com/Gorilla Mind Rush to get your hands on a bottle and to support the show. It is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2019. It is bowling night here at the Sharpe family compound. As always, we are multi-streaming live to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, OK.ru, and VK. So however you're watching, wherever you are watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Okay, let's get right to it. TSR Live Hall of Shamer, Amy the Cautionary Tale Horton is at it again. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with Amy Horton and who she is a feminist blogger who writes for the website bold.com. And in these articles, she puts her true female nature on display for all the world to see with her articles like, I've been single for 3 years and I'm lonely as fuck. I'm no longer embarrassed to use one guy to get over another. And one she recently wrote is, I finally realized my worth and it's changing everything. Of course, that is probably maybe the 4th or 5th line in the Banana Gobblers anthem. Now, I haven't broken down any of the articles that I just mentioned quite yet, but you can be rest assured that they are most certainly in the queue. And as a side note, just so you guys know and understand what I'm talking about here, Amy blocked me on Twitter before I even got a chance to look at her page, which says to me that she is most definitely aware of the accuracy of the surgical analysis of my breakdowns on her articles. Much like Janelle Testa, who caught wind of a video I did on her a while back, she went and whined about it on IG. And then, of course, Pagentine, who literally took down a video of hers and other videos that I had mentioned that I was going to break down when I dissected one of her videos a good while back. I probably got close to about 1 million views between those breakdowns on each of those Banana Gobblers. At any rate, it appears that Miss Horton also writes for thoughtcatalog.com. And if you take a 5-minute stroll through that website, you will see that they definitely named the site correctly, even though they got the spelling wrong. Anyway, a special thanks goes out to Mark D, who sent in an article penned by Miss Horton on thoughtcatalog.com entitled, Why Men Who Marry Feminists End Up the Happiest. Now, a couple of things jump out to me immediately just by reading the title. Number one, it's contradictory. Part of the feminist anthem is swearing off marriage and monogamy. These broads are always screaming, marriage is legalized slavery. Do not allow yourself to be locked down by an oppressive, misogynistic, patriarchal society in the form of marriage. Explore your options. Marriage is a part of the patriarchy. Yet, here she is telling us about marrying feminists, a group of people who all but swear off marriage in the first place. So why would a banana gobbling feminist like Amy Horton be telling us we'd be happy if we married a feminist? Well, the answer is what leads me to the second thing that jumps out in the title, and that is desperation. Feminists are desperate, y'all. It's all fun and games in their 20s when they're riding the carousel, hooking up with dudes by the dozen, hopping from bed to bed, and attending slut walks. But after they hit the wall, now they start to panic. Now they start to realize that they better lock down a man soon before they've lost most of their sexual market value, which, by the way, is the wrong mentality because sexual market value doesn't get commitment from select men. Relationship market value does. We talked about this last week. But these clueless bitches will not learn this lesson until they're in their 80s, swiping for D on Tinder like our girl Hattie in the NYC. Every article these chicks write about is about how they don't need to be tied down. They need to be a free spirit. They talk about how they don't need to do anything strictly for the pleasure of men, but their tone predictably changes when they hit 36 years old, like Ms. Horton has at this point. That's not encouraging. My TV has gone off. If my internet connection fails me again, guys, I'm still going to continue to do the episode. So just keep an eye out on my channel. I have no idea why my TV is blank. That usually means, as we found out yesterday, that my internet connection might go down. And if it does, I'm going to... Anyway. All right, well, now it's off. That's not a good sign. Oh, never mind. This is MLD's... this is part of MLD's body language mastery course. Oops, my bad. I can feel my hands starting to get hot. Oh my God. Holy moly. Getting back on track. Let's dive in and see what kind of snake oil Amy Horton is selling to the blue pill beta bitch boys these days, shall we? She begins. Feminism is probably not what you think it is. The word and movement have been distorted and warped in a million different directions. It is simply the belief, she says, that men and women are equal human beings and should be treated as such. That said, everyone should be a feminist, but we have a long way to go. So, right out of the gate, she hits us with the fallacy, the very fallacy that has crippled relations between men and women, that have crippled relationships between men and women. And that is, of course, that men and women are equal human beings. Guys, there is proof around us all the time, every day, that flies in the face of this falsehood. But these idiots continue to double down on this doctrine, even though their lives are literally in the toilet. But let's go back to what she said at the beginning, when she said the word, and the movement has been distorted and warped in a million different directions. She's right, gentlemen. Feminism has absolutely been warped and distorted, but what she is being disingenuous about is that the distortion has been met with open arms by feminists like her. You see, the more they get, the more they want. Now, of course, that is a topic for another day and time, but feminism is actually quite simple, and there are three main objectives that feminism in the 21st century seeks to accomplish. Number one, to transfer resources from men to women. Number two, to put sexual restraints on men while removing them from women. And number three, the third objective that 21st century feminism seeks to accomplish is to hold men accountable while taking away our authority, while simultaneously giving women authority and never holding accountable. This is why family and divorce courts are heavily biased towards men, guys. This is why women hook up, with random guys, and then falsely accuse him of rape if he doesn't want to see her again on account of her bad attitude and bad breath. This is why society points the finger at men every time women make bad decisions. So while Amy here says feminism is probably not what we think it is, she's right. If you're a man who does not possess red pill awareness, you won't know what feminism really is. Let's continue. The guys who end up loving feminists, she says, are the best men around. They often identify as feminists themselves. Because they are comfortable with the term and their own masculinity, they truly appreciate and celebrate the inherent beauty of the womanhood of their partners. They are not intimidated by female strength and empowerment. Feminists love them back because they know they will never have to rein in their true selves around these men. Well, guess what, guys? Amy's hitting 1,000. She's 2 for 2 now. Men who end up loving feminists are the best men around. They are the best men for feminists because these men are pushovers and allow women to get away with behaviors that are conducive to cheating. They're the men who wife up the green-haired single mother with a bull ring and a thigh tattoo who may or may not have done amateur porn. Of course, these guys are comfortable with the term. Of course they're comfortable with the term. They have positively zero clue as to what traditional masculinity and what true womanhood really is. So yes, feminists absolutely love these male feminists because they foolishly commit these used up broads and are incapable of reining them in. Not only are they incapable, they are afraid to try. The misogynists, on the other hand, are deplorable human beings. No, not only are they not comfortable with the term feminist, they embrace toxic masculinity. They expect women to act like, dare I say, women. These Neanderthals will never understand that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes and will never understand the blissful joys of being with a full-figured woman whose body is a canvas for art that tells her life story and her truth. Amy Horton hits the nail on the head with this paragraph. So, I guess that makes me a deplorable, sexist Neanderthal who objectifies women, shames fatties, and requires my woman to rein in her true nature. Yeah, actually, that sounds about right. Let's continue. So why marry a feminist, she asks? Marry her because she owns who she's become and where she started. Her journey to the proud acceptance of her divine feminine was not an easy one, but she pushed ahead anyway. Marry her because she knows what she wants, and when she chooses a partner, it is a deliberate decision. If she's picked you, understand that it's not something she takes lightly. Feminists love more deeply than you can ever imagine. They know that finding a person who celebrates them for their courage, individuality, and grit is not a given. When feminists use the word owns, it means that they're not ashamed of their promiscuous ways. This is why they don't like being slut-shamed, guys. Okay? They don't like being called out for their banana-gobbling ways. So rather than get defensive because they know there is no defense to being a slut, they, quote, own who they are, which is womanese for I've been plowed by 247 dudes, but I can't reveal that I regret it, so I will pretend that I'm not ashamed of my past by owning who I am. You guys actually see this phenomenon on social media all the time. Let's look at another word feminists like to use, which is journey. Understand this, gentlemen. Anytime a woman uses the word journey, she's talking about being ran through. Let's not get it twisted, guys. She's talking about her hoe phase, which, by the way, isn't a phase. Because once a girl enters her hoe phase, she never leaves it, ever. Even if she's in a relationship. Even if she's in a relationship, she is still in her hoe phase. Because she's advertising herself on social media and gobbling bananas on the side, which likely includes her ex. Anyway, the word journey, when feminists use it, is shorthand for sleeping around. When women use it within the context of describing their past. My journey has made me who I am. Yes, it's made you a hoe. I love the journey that I'm on right now. Yes, you love being a hoe. My journey is my truth. Yes, you're a hoe, and that is the truth. Guys, women are experts at finding what they believe to be these profound words and phrases to describe their promiscuity, and journey is another one of their favorites. Don't get that twisted. And of course, choosing a partner is a deliberate decision. Because when a woman hits the wall and the attention from the men she wants starts to dwindle, she deliberately decides to find a sucker to rescue her from her bad decisions. Let's continue. Marry her because she's got a wicked sense of humor, she continues, and she'll make you belly laugh when you least expect it. Her wit developed from the need for her lightness in her life. She's had so much heavy shit to deal with that she's had to bring some silliness into the mix. She doesn't take herself or anything else too seriously. There is no time for that. This is another mistake that women make when taking relationship advice from feminists. Women with a, quote, wicked sense of humor, they're insufferable, guys. They're annoying as hell to be around because they're always trying to crack jokes and to be a ball buster. This is why female comedians are so unattractive. Even the half-decent looking female comedians like, I don't know, Whitney Cummings, Chelsea Peretti, the chick who's married to Jordan Peele, even the half-decent looking ones, they go from being a 6.5 to being a 3.5 when they start flapping their gums and running their mouths on stage. Nobody wants a wisecracking, ball-busting ball buster as a wife or girlfriend. It's not attractive. It's not feminine. It's not feminine. Okay? Then she talks about the fact that she's had so much heavy shit to deal with. Gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, the term heavy shit falls into the same category as journey, as in it means dick and a lot of it. I've been through a lot means I've been ran through a lot. I've had so much adversity in my life, it means I've had so much dick in my life. I've had some heavy shit to deal with means I've had a lot of sex with a lot of men, and every sexual interaction took a piece of my soul, and what you see is what is left. Then Ms. Horton says that the marriage material feminist doesn't take herself or anything else too seriously, and that she's and guys, here's the thing, guys. If I'm being honest, she's absolutely right, which makes her 3 for 3 now. Ms. Horton's Amy's hitting it out of the park today. No, feminists don't take themselves seriously because men of value don't take them seriously. When you get fucked and chucked by enough men who do not commit to you, because they don't take you seriously because you dropped your panties an average of 42 minutes after meeting them for the first time, you start to see the truth, which is that you're not relationship material. And when they come to this realization, they have no choice but to not take themselves seriously because the men they want don't take them seriously. Then, of course, Amy predictably reveals who and what feminists really are right at the end of the paragraph when she says they don't take anything else seriously, which includes relationships. She didn't write it, but she didn't have to, right? Oh, she doesn't take herself or anything else too seriously for that matter, right? But then she wants to write articles like every man or every woman should try dating another woman. And I'm sick of playing it safe in life. I'm ready to start making some bad decisions. Then wonder why men don't take her seriously. Let's continue. She'll make you the happiest you've ever been because she is your equal partner in all things. Not only will she love you fiercely, but her dedication to her own goals and ideals will also inspire and motivate you in your personal endeavors. She accepts you fully for who you are. She gives back to you exactly what she expects: respect, devotion, dedication, honesty, and happiness. Now, guys, she is covertly advising, men to look for his equal partner in all things. Okay? Men who follow this advice, their relationships go horribly sideways. First of all, if you're living like a man, if you are living like a man should, no woman is your equal, nor will she ever be. So that's the first problem right there. Not enough men are living a life of unapologetic dominance. And when women see this, they think that they're equal to or even greater in value than these men. Now, I will say this. There are a few women. There are very few women, I guess I should say, who are equal to or greater than men overall. The barometer I'll use here is that, I don't know, the female executive or the female attorney who makes six figures has slightly more value than the office schlub who makes $40K a year, if we're talking in relative terms here. But the average man has far more value than the average woman, and that's a fact, guys. Secondly, if as a man, or I'll put it to you this way, if a man needs a woman to inspire and motivate him, then he's not a man, guys. He is simply a male. Guys, I'm here to tell you, man, you shouldn't need anyone else to inspire and motivate you, okay? You shouldn't need anyone, much less a woman, to motivate you to become your best self. Now, you may find one who will do it for a short time, but after a while, she will start to lose attraction and devotion to you because you lack the requisite drive to accomplish what you want without her. A man should only need himself, guys, and women know this. This is why men who say, "You complete me," to their women, they get cheated on a week and a half later, right? And then she cheats on him, she cheats on you, or cheats on him. She does it with the guy who shows her that he can and will dominate life with or without her. Next, she talks about her dedication to her goals. Guys, gentlemen, if you haven't heard anything I've told you to this point, you need to listen up right here, because I'm telling you guys this right now. This is going to mean the difference between success and failure in your vetting process of women, should you decide to pursue a relationship of consequence with a female who appears to want to be trained for the job and has some of those prerequisites. The only goal your woman, your significant other, your girlfriend, your wife, the only goal your woman should have outside of making you happy are the goals that you have. Women who have goals outside of their man's goals are selfish and act selfishly. Not only that, they are never satisfied because masculine goals made by females don't fulfill women like they fulfill men. This is why women who make a lot of money are miserable, guys. There is no amount of money, status, cars, houses, vacations that will make a woman feel the joy and the satisfaction that a man she respects and loves and loves her back will make her feel. A woman who dedicates herself to anything outside of making you happy and assisting you in your endeavors is a woman who is destined to betray you. A woman cannot serve two gods, gentlemen. There's only one. There's only room for one. And if one of those gods isn't you, then her departure is a mathematical certainty, and that's a fact. $801 people watching. Guys, be sure to share, like, subscribe, comment, etc. Her feminism, she continues, allow her to not only embrace herself as she is, but to celebrate her for it. This, in turn, gives her the freedom to joyfully spread love to everyone and everything around her. You are the closest person to her. Pardon me. The closest person to her. Pardon me. The person who gets the best and brightest of her shine. Her zest for her everyday existence is intoxicating. Like it or not, you too will get caught up in her strong appreciation for the gifts she's been given. She knows that every day is a blessing, and she knows that you too are a blessing. She sees exactly who you are. Let me make sure okay, there we go. She sees exactly who you are, and instead of finding fault or criticizing, she simply loves you. She loves you for all the quirks and idiosyncrasies that make you unique. To her, there is no such thing as a character flaw. Her power lies in accepting herself and everyone else at face value. You can't help but smile around her. She's infectiously, blissfully human. Rather than wasting her time with negativity and gossip, she spends it uplifting those around her, whether they identify as male, female, or something else entirely. I'm not going to get into the whole gender thing, right? I'm just going to stick to the relationship aspect. I love how she characterizes flirting with other men as spread love to everyone and everything around her. Illimitable Man and I had a great discussion about the difference between introverted girls and extroverted girls. We actually had that conversation about 3 years ago. We talked about the fact that extroverted girls make bad significant others because they draw more attention from men as a natural byproduct of their personality, which, by the way, is by design. Girls who are outgoing and the life of the party, they cheat the most and they cheat the quickest. Now, this isn't to say that introverted girls don't cheat, because trust me, they most certainly do. But females who are extroverts consistently put themselves in situations that lead to cheating a lot more often than introverted girls. And for you guys watching who have an outgoing girlfriend or an extroverted girlfriend, guys, spare me with your bullshit self-invested arguments as to why you think I'm wrong. I've never met a girl who was outgoing in the life of the party who wasn't a slut, whether she was in a relationship or not. So don't blame me. Blame the game, guys. I don't make the rules. Now, as far as getting the best and the brightest of her shine, that is 1,000% false. Gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, just because she's your girlfriend or wife does not mean does not mean you get the best of her brightest and her shine. The man who gets that is the man she is the most aroused by. Could be her boss, could be Kevin in sales, could be Justin the hot barista, could be Dave the unemployed garage band guitar player who may or may not be a fugitive from the law in another state. Women like Amy Horton, and listen up here, guys. This is some next level game. Women like Amy Horton always promise that if you commit to a banana gobbler, then you will get her best. But in actuality, the men who get her best are usually the men who do not commit. Funny how that works, right? The next thing she said that got my attention, really grabbed my attention, was when she said that instead of finding fault or criticizing, she simply loves you. She loves you for all of the quirks and idiosyncrasies that make you unique, and that there's no such thing as a character flaw. Guys, she's not talking about herself or the feminist you would foolishly decide to marry to or commit. Oh, no. What she's doing here is she is trying to manipulate men into ignoring her faults, ignoring her quirks, ignoring her idiosyncrasies. She is attempting to shame men for pointing out and correcting character flaws. She is indirectly promising men that by marrying feminists, then you too will be free from judgment and criticism if you do the same. Remember a few paragraphs ago when she said she gives back to you what she expects, which is respect, devotion, dedication, honesty, and happiness. You guys remember that? This is her trying to manipulate you into giving her respect, devotion, dedication, honesty, and happiness on the assumption that you will do it first. In other words, she wants you to treat her like a lady before she's earned it, and promising that she will reciprocate those things so long as you give it to her first. Guys, this bitch is trying to get ladylike behavior. She's trying to get ladylike treatment on credit, and it don't work that way, boo. Men in the know, men with red pill awareness, we clearly understand that women only value what they are required to work for. This is why men who make their women earn their commitment have better behaved wives and girlfriends than men who gave their commitment away before she did what it took to earn it first. Now, on the other side of that coin, this is why most women, behave poorly in relationships. Most men do not require women to work for their commitment. Most men don't make women earn their trust. Most men don't require a woman to bring anything to the table other than her 4 kids, 3 baby daddies, 2 abortions, and 1 food stamp card. These are the men who believe women like Amy Horton, who promise to reciprocate the kind of treatment that they require. Then they're surprised when these women don't live up to their end of the bargain. Guys, this is why you never give a female good treatment on credit. She'll never make her payments on time, and eventually she'll stop making payments and default altogether. But the difference between a loan and your time is that a car can be repossessed. A home can be foreclosed on. Your time cannot be. This is, and always will be, the reason why time is always going to be far more valuable than money. And those of you who give women your time, your attention, and her commitment without having to earn it first, end up in the red. Women are high-risk investments, gentlemen, and it would be incumbent upon you to make her invest first so that she has skin in the game. Making a woman invest her time, her attention, and her effort drastically reduces the odds of her screwing you over. Too many dudes out here getting relationships holding the bag. Too many dudes out here investing first. Then when a bitch bounces on them, they get left holding the bag. Nah, bruh. Make her hold that bag. Then you help her if she can prove that she can hold it long enough, if you guys understand what I'm saying here. Don't be out here giving these bitches your time and commitment and attention on credit. Women have bad credit anyway, right? So if they don't pay their car notes and credit card bills and their mortgages on time, what the hell makes you think she's going to pay you on time, if at all, if you just give it to her on credit? Guys, stop giving these females ladylike treatment on credit. It's like giving crackhead crack on credit. You won't ever see his ass again. And that would be your own damn fault for not listening and abiding by commandment number 6 of Biggie's 10 crack commandments. I answer your super chat questions when we return. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Gentlemen, if you want the blueprint on how to mold and shape a woman into exactly what you want and need, you need to get your hands on my 7-hour 5-part audio course, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up. This is 7 hours of rock-solid intel on how to build a female brick by brick into the kind of woman you want and need. Part 1 deals with the vetting process. I teach you how to select the right candidate by telling you what to look for and, more importantly, what not to look for in a woman. Part 2 deals with the training process. I take you step by step through the procedures that prepare a female for what it's like to be in a relationship with a man like you. I educate you on setting the tone early in order to reduce and possibly eliminate any and all behaviors that could potentially cause trouble in your relationship down the road. In Part 3, I instruct you on how to set and enforce boundaries and expectations. I teach you how to be direct when communicating your expectations in such a way that leaves nothing to interpretation. Part 4 will cover the sexual side of your relationship, how to dominate her sexually, and how you can make yourself unforgettable to her even if you're not the most well-endowed lover she's ever been with, will be discussed extensively. I will also teach you the ins and outs of deep conversion game, which is the art of verbally and physically dominating her body, her mind, and her soul. And finally, Part 5 will teach you how not to sabotage your relationship, how to maintain it, and what to do on the off chance that your woman gets out of line or out of pocket. Now, it's very important for you guys to understand that this course is based on personal experience. I'm not giving you guys hypotheticals or theories. These are techniques I use in my own relationship to this day, and anyone who follows me has seen that my techniques work and work well. Now, this isn't a cheat code or a magic bullet either, guys. This course isn't a turn her into the woman you've always wanted using this one weird trick, or how to make any woman your sexy, submissive sex slave with these 3 magical phrases. No. That's not what this is. So if that's what you're looking for, keep your money. To train a woman to look, act, and submit like a woman should takes time, hard work, consistency, and maintenance. If you are willing to put in the work, go to donovansharpe.com/courses to get your hands on the only relationship guide that actually works by the only man who has shown that it works. Again, that's donovansharpe.com/courses. The link is in the description.
Always trying to say I shouldn't be with that chick. The real reason why is cause you want that bitch, but you ain't never been her type. So they always want to hate, guess I'm doing something right. They're telling me I'm broke, do what's new. Having money never gonna lay you on.
Welcome back to the show, guys.
Gold diggers gonna take you and break you.
Appreciate the 800 of you or so that stuck around. Great show so far, guys. Internet connection seems to be stable, but one never knows. It was around this time, actually, that the internet went absolutely haywire. All right, let's shout out some super chats here. See what we got going on. KDH with the $5 super chat says, "I'll check out the show later, but wanted to put something in the pot. Big up yourself." Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. KDH with the $5 super chat. I appreciate that very much. Rasta's Reality with the $2 super chat says, "For the gutter fund and the no Hattie tip." Do not give Hattie the tip. Oh my God. Hell no. Hell no. Iceman24 with the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. I got this guy in the chat who's saying MGTOW is the only way. Yeah, you're right. MGTOW is the only way. MGTOW and Red Pill are literally the same things. So yeah, big ups goes to ATGSS for endorsing the red pill approach. Always take a red pill approach to relationships, guys. There is absolutely positively there's no better way. There is absolutely no better way than to take the red pill / listen, again, MGTOWs and red pill guys we are 100% the same. That's just how that is. Carlin Mitchell with the $20 super chat, the big $20 super chat. Appreciate that. He says, "Appreciate your knowledge and truthful candor." He advises men, raise your flag and see who salutes it. Standards and boundaries are the name of the game. Don't accept or commit trespass, and don't move or tolerate the moving of goalpost. Very good advice. Very, very good advice. Excellent. Excellent advice. So big thanks goes out to KDH, Rasta's Reality, Iceman24, and Carlin Mitchell. Appreciate you guys supporting the show. All right, let us go into, I usually don't look, let me bring up the chat. I usually don't look at the chat. I'll look at the chat, maybe once a week, just to shout some guys out. I know that a lot of you guys, who watch me and support me, can't afford a super chat. Maybe your financial priorities lie elsewhere. But listen, if you don't have the money for a super chat, no problem. I'm certainly not going to hold that against you. But guys, listen, likes and shares are free. Share this with 5 people that you know who pee standing up. Share this with 5 men in your life, and you'll be doing your part to support the show. You'll be doing your part to support the show. Big ups goes to KG Auto with the $5 super chat just now. It says, "I picked up your audio course. I'm working on the 4-week practice to getting over approach. Thanks again for your awesome knowledge." Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, he's talking about the that's actually, I believe, the first module, how to get over approach anxiety. And it's not really approach anxiety, right? Like no one, the reason why men think they're afraid to approach women is because they're afraid of rejection. That's perfectly normal, perfectly natural. Rejection sucks, rejection hurts. The key is, without giving away too much of what's in the course, the key is to deaden the nerve. The key is to become impervious to it. The key is to become numb to it. I think I was actually talking about this with a guy at the 21 convention, and I forget, it was a Van Damme movie. I think it was either Kickboxer or Bloodsport. I think it might have been Kickboxer. I think the guy who trained him for the fight against Tiger Tong Po told him to kick like the side of a palm tree with his shin until the nerves deadened. Right? Because you have a lot of nerve endings in your shin. This is why when you hit your shin or you kick somebody with your shin or something happens to your shin, it fucking hurts, right? Well, if you keep on kicking that tree, eventually it deadens the nerve. Well, it's the same thing with approaching women, right? You have to approach. You're going to have to, listen, kicking that tree in the beginning, it's going to hurt that shin. Getting rejected from women early on in the process, that's going to hurt too. But the more you do it, the more used to it you get. Kind of like a hot tub. You sit in a hot tub at first, you're like, oh, my ass is burning, my balls are burning, everything's on fire. Then you kind of settle and you're like, you know what? This is not so bad. Kind of the same thing. All right. Okay, Nabil Khan says, I think that was Bloodsport. Yeah, I thought it. I can't remember. I can't remember. I've got like the super fast. Like I bought an iMac Pro. That cost me $5,000, and that's what I have this running on now. It's freaking great. Everything runs smoothly. Everything runs seamlessly. I've got 2 cameras. I've got all sorts of things happening in the background, but I'm getting no lag, no nothing. I've got this big dude. I absolutely love this. This is why I absolutely lost my mind yesterday when my internet connection went down. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I spent damn near $15,000 on the studio and this equipment and my internet connection that I pay a ridiculous amount of money, 1 gigabit internet connection. It just goes out on me. So I got a tech that's supposed to be coming out here tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. All right. Okay, so I'm being told that it is Kickboxer. I guess it is. Okay, it is Kickboxer. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Let's see. Uncle Ouch says, did we scare 101 women away? Don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. M. De Federico says, I don't care about dominating in relationships. Dude. Well, then you don't care about being a man, dude. That's all there is to it. Ultra Testosterone says, women get BS degrees and debt because they expect some simp to pay for it. Absolutely. Women also get degrees. And I've talked about this before. I think I talked about this in episode 311. American women, they're never going to do the hard thing to get male attention. They want to do the easy thing to get male attention. There's a reason, and stay with me here, guys. I promise I'm going somewhere with this. There's a reason why 3 out of 4 college degrees are held by women. 4-year degrees, easy, guys. Listen, there's nothing hard about college. College used to be easy to get in, hard to get through. Now it's easy to get in and easy to get through. Real talk. Dude, everybody gets accepted to every college now. There are no exceptions. If you have the money to pay, they will let you in. And all college is, the first 2 years of college, all it is just a review of your 4 years of high school. Getting a college degree is so easy. The reason why we know it's easy is because women hold 75% of the college degrees. And as we all know, women are allergic to work. So it stands to reason that if women hold 75% of all 4-year college degrees, that getting a college degree is easy, right? So they think, okay, they say, get your college degree, get all these things and accomplish all of these things in business and this and that and the other. Be that boss bitch and you'll be attractive to men. Well, the reason why women want to be this boss bitch and get these fraudulent 4-year college degrees is because that is easier than becoming feminine. That's easier than losing weight. That's easier than shutting the fuck up and letting your man lead you. Getting a college degree is a lot easier than being a good woman. Believe that. Take it to the other side with black women. Black women are steady bitching and moaning. Why don't black men want us anymore? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Black women could corner the market on black men. But they don't do what's hard. They don't do what's right. They don't do what's necessary to get our attention. All black women have to do is 2 things. Lose weight, be feminine. Right? Instead, they've tried to take the easy way out by imitating white girls. They get the color contact lenses. They get the blonde wigs. Right? They try to talk like white girls. They try to wear clothes like white girls. Black men, we don't date white girls because they're white. We date them because they're not black. So rather than doing the easy thing, wig, color contacts, and whatever, how about you lose some weight? How about you try acting like a lady? That would go a long way in getting the attention back from black men. Kevin in Sales is in the house, says all degrees and jobs these women are acquiring, you would think America would be in a better place. Yeah, right? Mr. Red Pill wants to know what my email address is. It is tsr@donovansharpe.com. That is tsr@donovansharpe.com. Jacob Gordon says, bumping music, pen, and camera. Big respect on always upgrading the show, Donovan. Absolutely. And listen, those of you guys who have watched me from the beginning, you guys have seen the steady improvements in the show. I'm always reinvesting. I'm always reinvesting in the show. Always. I am never, ever going to be that guy who just remains stagnant. I am always looking for improvement. Hardware, software, content, whatever the case may be. So I'm never going to be that guy who just rests on his laurels. I've actually got a miniature, a mini ebook coming out this weekend. So you guys definitely stay tuned for that. It's a mini ebook. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and start plugging it right now. It's an ebook. It's a short ebook, and I don't know what number I'm going to put on it, but I think it's going to be 10 to 15 ways to immediately disqualify a woman for a long-term relationship. Very, very small ebook. And by the way, the ebook is going to be absolutely free. All you have to do, go to my website. I'll actually have Devin set up the page. All you got to do is give me your email address, subscribe to my email list. You get the ebook. You get that short ebook absolutely free. I'll actually be doing that a few times over the next few months. Hidebar Gununsen says the video on the back is distracting. Well, then don't watch. Extra Guac says, loving that body language mastery course playing in the background. I love it when guys come in here and they talk all this shit about, oh, the video on the back is distracting. Really? When you watch TV, when you watch the news and you see video going on in the back, is that distracting to you? Shut the hell up, man. Shut up. Everybody, it's so funny. People who watch my haters are, there are many, many kinds of haters that I have, right? And this guy talks about the video on the back as distraction. He's the kind of hater who does nothing but sit there and pick fun and critique. Donovan, the light in your background is a little crooked. Donovan, why do you have a picture of you and that racist Stefan Molyneux in the back? Fuck off. Go fuck yourself. Dennis Sismill, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, says the blue pill tastes sweet and digests quickly, but it has a very bitter aftertaste. With the red pill, it's the exact opposite, and once it's fully digested, there's no turning back. That's quite profound, actually. Big ups to Dennis C. with the profound statement there. 833 people watching, guys. Be sure to share the video. Share the video. Oh, and congratulations, guys. By the way, we cracked 40,000 subscribers yesterday. 40,000 subscribers, man. So congratulations to you guys for making this one of the fastest growing Red Pill podcasts on the web. I never thought that I would ever get back to 40,000 subscribers. When I started getting close to 20,000, I said, all right, well, they're about to axe my channel. Nope, crossed 20,000. When I got close to 30,000, I said, okay, well, this is usually the time they're going to axe my channel. Nope, they let me keep going. So I thought, all right, I'm at 39,000 subscribers. Surely they're going to take down my channel. Nope. Apparently they have not, they're going to let me to continue to do this. And guys, listen, man, I love YouTube. I do, but they're not going to let guys like me do this forever. Right? Like they're never, ever going to, dude, guys like me who talk about what I do, there's no way that YouTube is going to let me consistently make money. I hope that they do. I just don't think it's likely. So if my channel ever gets taken down, it's not going to freak me out. Right? Guys always say, Donovan, I hope you have a backup plan because YouTube. Listen, man, I love YouTube. It is almost solely responsible for my success because it's the biggest platform. It's the easiest way to get big. But trust and believe, I've been at this long enough that I could do this with or without YouTube. I would much rather do it with YouTube. But if I have to do it without it, I can. It is what it is. Blue Lion 7342 says the banana is too yellow. Fuck you! That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, dudes are always steady out here bitching and moaning about shit that doesn't matter. This is bullshit, man. The video in the back is distracting. Then don't watch the fucking video, dumb shit. What an idiot, man. Big thanks goes out to KG Auto with a second $5 super chat. He says, I recently learned about seeking arrangements. Apparently, it targets college girls, so rich men pay for their schooling. Got any opinions? Hey, you know what? Here's what I say, man. I have never, ever, and I'm answering your question directly here, KG. My opinion on seeking arrangements and this and that. I have never, ever hated on a woman who uses her looks to get ahead. If there is a young, beautiful, attractive woman who wants to use her looks to get ahead in life, more power to you. Now, some girls use their looks, their youth and their beauty and their prime years more, how can I put this? Much more wisely than others. Okay? And that's actually the exception. right? Most girls don't really use their youth and beauty to the maximum of they don't get the most out of their youth and beauty. The girls that get the most out of their youth, their beauty, and their prime fertile years, they stay virgins. Okay, so let me, and I don't want to get off track here, but I want to make sure that I paint a picture and answer KG Otto's question, because that's actually a very good question. I'm of the mind that if a female in this country, or really anywhere else for that matter, if a female can make it to the age of 18 years old as a virgin, okay, with no tattoos, who hasn't started smoking, and doesn't get fat, stays thin, that female has literally hit the lottery. She doesn't even have to be a perfect 10. She could be a butterface for all I care. Listen, makeup fixes a lot. Working out in the gym, dude, listen, there are a lot of girls out here, the Lord didn't really bless them with a pretty face, smoking hot bodies, man. Dude, butterfaces, hey man, butterfaces are women too. And if a girl is anyway, if a female in this country, in America, if she can make it to her 18th birthday as a virgin, who doesn't smoke, that doesn't have any tattoos, that looks and stays fit, she's hit the lottery. She can have any man she wants, guys. Men of value would much rather marry a virgin who is a 6 in that circumstance than wife up a 10 who's got tattoos, smokes, right? Okay, so she's a 10, but she's been ran through. She's got tattoos, she smokes, she has bad habits. Oh, no, absolutely. So I said all that to say this. It depends on how women cash out. Wise women cash out early, right? When they're 18 years old, they stay virgins. They go out and they get the highest value man they can find. They get married to a 30-something-year-old, and now she's literally taken care of financially for life. That's it. Okay? Then most girls actually get like sort of most girls use up their reserves. It takes them a while. But most girls don't get enough for their youth and beauty. They sport fuck their way through their teens and 20s and then end up with a beta schlub. Some girls cash out even quicker than that. These are the strippers of the world. These are the porn stars of the world. Girls who work in the sex trade. They make a lot of money really quick. They get into the business at 20, 21 years old. By the time they hit 26, the new crop of 20, 21-year-olds are already taking their place, right? Now, yeah, they've made a lot of money, okay? But by the time they're 26, they look like they're 36. They have no soul because they've given their soul to 148 men, okay? They have no skills. Hopefully they were wise with their money, okay? So my opinion on the whole seeking arrangement thing, hey, listen, if you're a young, beautiful girl who is looking for a high-status rich man to take care of you and have a family with, more power to you. I'm not mad at you. Just don't expect to have it both ways, okay? Like, you can't be a hoe until you're 25, 26 years old and then expect a high-status man to marry you. Oh, no. High-status rich men, they might spend time with you. They're not going to wife you up. That's how that works. So, no. The same way men use their success to attain young, beautiful girls is exactly the same way young, beautiful girls use their youth and beauty to attain rich men. That's how this works. Not knocking the hustle. Keith Bass with another $5 super chat. Keith was the guy who submitted the topic yesterday with the $5 super chat. Says congrats to 40,000 subs. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, dynamite video Keith sent us yesterday. Freelance Ronin says, big congratulations, man. From SoundCloud to today, and TSR is still in effect. Keep on rising. You know, I'm going to have to name something in my studio after Freelance Ronin. There are two people that I have to name segments after. One of them is Freelance Ronin. The other one is Bob in Sacramento. Now, Bob in Sacramento is not going to want me to do it. He's not going to let me do it. He doesn't want the shine. He hates when I mention his name on the air. Bob in Sacramento, over a 3-year period, has donated in excess of $2,000 to my show since its inception. He actually sent me a donation 2-3 days ago. Bob in Sacramento has been there from the start. Now, Bob doesn't want the shine, but I try to mention him whenever I can because I want him to know how much I appreciate him. Bob in Sacramento will never, ever, ever pay for any of my material. He won't pay for my Patreon. He won't pay for my courses. I actually sent him I sent him a universal coupon code that gives him all of my courses absolutely free for life. Straight up. And you guys will never guess the coupon code, so don't even try it. Anyway. The point is is that guys like him are the reason why my show is still around. Freelance Ronin is another guy. Freelance Ronin, if I'm not mistaken, man, and you can answer in the chat, and I've talked to Freelance Ronin a couple of times on the phone, I think Freelance, I think you have watched or listened to me since like episode 3, maybe 4. So he's been there from the start. So I don't know, I might name it the Freelance Ronin commercial break, the Freelance Ronin, I don't know. There's got to be something. There's something to be said. There's something to be said about saying the how can I put this? About seeing the same guys, man. I like it. All right. Hashay Unlimited says, hey, Donovan, consider Minds if YouTube takes you down, has better monetization. Okay. I mean, I've got a couple of backup plans. We'll see what happens. Dynamic Sagittarius says the lamp is too dim, it's hurting his eyes. Keep the criticisms coming. I love it. Voice of Reason says, Donovan, I have exactly the same attitude when they use their looks for laziness, though. That makes sense. I got you. Smart Guy says, the internet is the reason why men have come together. Sharing our experiences online has been a lifesaver. Yeah, absolutely. Without the internet, the red pill would not exist. I think a lot of things wouldn't exist. Eric Extraordinaire apparently loves butterfaces. Dude, listen, butterfaces give good head, man. Straight up. And dude, if a girl knows she's a butterface, yo, she's in the gym squatting, dude. Jesus Christ. There's this, oh my God, there's this one butterface. Her name was Monique, and she was a white girl actually, and she worked at one of the call centers. I think she was at the second or third call center that I worked at when I was in Vegas. And like her face wasn't, she wasn't like horrific looking, but it was like, oh yeah, like, but I fucked her for a while. The point is, she had an amazing body, awesome body. She was in the gym all the time. Vocal Observer wants to know what my opinion on motorcycles in general are. Yeah, motorcycles are fine. They're fun. They're chick magnets. They are vaginal lubricants. Absolutely. Freelance Ronin says, Bob in Sacramento is the real OG. Dude, Freelance and Bob, man. There's one, I remember the old crowd, man. V for Villian, Blaster, those guys. Pavel Deverin says, if a girl has tattoos, smokes, and has kids, she is not a 10. You see, Paul, I didn't say that she had kids. I said if a girl has tattoos, okay, and she smokes, she could be listen, there are women out here who smoke and have tattoos who are 10s. Like, again, you got to be very careful about that, Paul. Don't be disingenuous meathead red pill guy where a girl has to be absolutely flawless to be a 10. Now, I'm not going to get into what constitutes a 10 and what doesn't. To be honest with you, there really is no such thing as a perfect 10 because beauty is fairly subjective, right? But we all know a woman who would get the sexual attention from 100% of men that she encounters when we see one. And irregardless of whether or not she has a tattoo, that was redundant. Regardless of whether or not she has a tattoo, a woman can absolutely be a 10. So don't give me this if there's one thing wrong with her, she's a 10. Now, would I wife up or date a 10 with a tattoo? Of course not. Absolutely not. But just because she has a tattoo and smokes does not mean she's not a 10. Come on, get out of here with that. Don't be like that. All right. Oh, Terry Thompson. I used to know a guy named Terry Thompson. Says women want to be absolved of their traditional role while maintaining the traditional role of males to provide them with security. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lone Revolver 1 with the $5 super chat says you can turn a hoe into a housewife is completely false. By the way, congrats on the 40K. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's funny. I've never heard anyone say that you can turn a hoe into a housewife. But we heard Dr. Dre say that back in 92. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You absolutely cannot. Kyle Mitchell says shirts too black cannot make you see below the neck. That's funny. That's funny. Garo1422 says, hey, if a girls says bae, why shouldn't... Dude, if you're going to ask me a question, you got to use proper grammar. I can't... Killing me. Try it again. Somebody just said I can't do a butterface. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hell's favorite NPC says I can't do a butterface. Some guys can, some guys can't, man. That's why God created doggy style, right? Okay, so AM1 just earned himself a ban. See ya. Silverman says, like I say, hang on a second. Fuck the face, cover the face when smashing butterfaces. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Gidia Christian or Christian says, women who smoke are way likely to put out on a first date. Well, yeah, if she smokes, she pokes, right? Uh-oh. I may have jumped the gun on AM1. Oh, never mind. All right, AM1, my bad. I think I misread something you said, so that's my bad. So I'm going to unban AM1. Those of you guys who have watched me long enough, you guys know that I'm a shoot first, ask questions later kind of guy. Jay the Gent is not for the kids. Says, what are your thoughts on Terrell Pryor? I don't know what the whole story is on Terrell Pryor. I know that he got into an altercation with a woman who nearly stabbed him to death. She got charged and he got charged, so I don't know. Book of Alpharonomy with the $5 super chat says, if that smoking does the wrong thing to her health, she falls to a 7.1294. Wow, that's very specific. Yeah, of course, right? Listen, a woman can be a 10 if she smokes, but if she continues to smoke, she will not be a 10 for very long. So yeah, and again, dude, I have had sex with, fucked, dated, committed to many, many beautiful women who also smoke. This is just how it is. It's how it is. And by the way, all strippers smoke. I've dated 4 or 5 strippers. They all cheated on me, right? That's nothing to be proud of, but every one of them smoked. It's just how it is. They're strippers. Yes, they're 10s. It is what it is. But I like that breath thing. 7.1294. That's funny. Mr. Core actually, yeah, freelance. Freelance gave me, So freelance as AM1 is good. I think I probably just misinterpreted that as I often do at times. Mr. Core asks a very interesting question. He says, "Do you believe men are lacking skill in sticking to their guns, learning to take an L, or being true to what they want for themselves?" That's a very general question, but I don't think men lack the skill in sticking to their guns. I think men these days lack I don't even want to call it courage. Men lack the intestinal fortitude too. Men, we all know how to stick to our guns, right? And women like to characterize that, oh, you're being stubborn. No, I'm sticking to my guns. I'm steadfast in my beliefs. You can call it whatever you want. It is what it is. But I don't think that men lack skill in sticking to their guns. I think they lack the conviction. They lack the steadfastness to stick to their guns. Uh-oh. Jerry Alford says, would you smash Ashley Graham doggy style Donovan? No. The reason why I would never smash Ashley Graham is because Ashley Graham is fat. She is fat. She is overweight. There's nothing attractive about Ashley Graham. She does not have a sexy face, right? I wouldn't hit it from behind. No, Ashley Graham is fat, and fat women are unattractive to me. I don't like guys who hit me with this, well, she's fat, but she's got a pretty face. No. A fat woman cannot have a pretty face. You want to know why? Because her face would be pretty if it wasn't fat. So the short answer to your question is no. I would absolutely never smash Ashley Graham. Fuck that. KG Auto, with another $5 super chat, he has donated $20 to this point, says, I have been enjoying your content for a few months, and I laughed a few times because my first name is Kevin, and I used to work in sales. The whole Kevin in sales thing, I just made up on the fly. I was like, Kevin in sales, right? I think Richard Cooper has a similar character. I think he calls him Steve in accounting. Kind of both the same guy. I think maybe Kevin in sales is Steve in accounting's brother, and they run through the same hose. Jenny in accounting, etc., etc. Lance says, smokers age too fast. Absolutely. Nabil Khan says, I appreciate physical beauty, but I can't... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hang on a second. Well, before I do that, AM1 with the $10 super chat says, quick on the trigger. I'm a big fan of the show, Donovan. A 7 with a good body is where it's at. Real talk. Devin's a 7, guys. Devin's not a 10. No. Devin is not the most attractive woman I have ever dated or fucked. Not even close. But she's got a hot rockin' body. I would say Devin is probably 6, maybe a 6.5 in the face. She's above average looking from the neck up, right? She's not going to turn heads with her face. She doesn't have that classic beauty. She looks good enough. Her body's what keeps me around. Her body and her cooking and her obedience and submission and her selflessness. Hang on a second. This was a very good question that I was going to, I was actually going to, there's a really, really good question. Give me a second, guys. Man, that was a good question, man. I forgot what it was. Oh, Nabil Khan says, I appreciate physical beauty, but I care more about what she brings to the table. I understand where you're coming from with that, but physical beauty, if a woman doesn't have physical beauty, we're not committing to her. It doesn't matter what a woman brings to the table. If she doesn't have physical beauty, if she's not sexually attractive, we're not interested, right? So you do appreciate physical beauty, but you do not care more about what you do not care about what she brings to the table more than you appreciate physical beauty. Okay? If you had two options, you had one woman who was everything you've ever wanted in a woman. Docile, feminine, defers to you, doesn't speak unless spoken to, lives for pleasing you. She is the perfect woman, but she's 350 pounds. Then you have a woman who's a perfect 10, who's an absolute nightmare. Which one are you going to commit to? I'll tell you who you're not. You're probably not going to commit to either, but you're more likely to commit to the attractive one than, and you absolutely should never commit to shouldn't even be banging 350-pound bitches. Like, I understand what you're saying. What a woman brings to the table is absolutely paramount within the context of possibly pursuing a relationship. But when you're just banging chicks, if you're just running through a bunch of bitches, who the hell cares what she brings to the table? All she needs to bring to the hotel room is her 3 holes. That's all I'm interested in. Be very, very careful about being Mr. Morality, okay? Like, I get that I get that there are other things that are important. If you're talking about within the context of a relationship, it's good if she brings things to the table. That's good. She's got to make me hard first, right? She has to be sexually attractive first. That is the first requirement. If you are not sexually attractive, then I will never find out what you bring to the table. Sexual attractiveness will always be the most important thing to men within the context of a potential relationship. Kyle Mitchell says the girl that stabbed him is extremely unattractive. Yeah, she looks like a fucking headache, man. Ay. Ranger says I could never assign a 10 to a woman who smokes. All right, whatever. Again, I think you guys, and I understand what you're saying. You guys are guys who say, well, if she does this or says that, then I can't make her a 10. No. The female rating sexual attractiveness scale is based on one thing and one thing only: how she looks. It's not based on what she does. Like, if you saw 2 hot blondes with smoking bodies, nice full tits, right? Great ass, okay? And let's just say there's 2 twin sisters, 2 twin blonde, brunette, whatever, 2 hot twin sisters, right? You think that they're both 10s. Okay, so one likes peanut butter and jelly, the other one likes ham sandwiches. Does that make a difference in what they look like? Does that make a difference? No, of course not. If one twin smoked and the other twin did not, would that make a difference in how they looked? Not right now, it doesn't. Now, obviously in a few years, the twin that smokes is not gonna look as good as the twin that doesn't, right? But again, when we're talking about the scale of 1 through 10, I'm not talking about relationship market value, guys. I'm talking about sexual market value. Sexual market value means only one thing. Would you fuck her? How likely is it that you would fuck her? That's it. Well, if she smokes, then I can't assign a 10 to her. There are a lot of 10s out here who smoke. They won't be 10s for that long, but there are 10s who smoke. Well, if she has a bad attitude, I can't assign a 10 to her. Wrong answer, my friend. Again, it's just based on the way she looks, not who she is as a person. Be very careful. Be very careful, guys. Gravelite 12 says you said in your course, if you angle for a relationship, leverage goes down. If she does, your leverage goes up. I see why now. Absolutely. Never, ever, 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 guys. Never, ever, ever commit or angle for a relationship with a woman first. Don't do it. Don't ask her to be your girlfriend. No, don't do that. Make sure she does it first. When you angle for a relationship or commitment first, it tells a woman that she has done everything that is required to secure your commitment, right? So if you say, hey, you want to be my girlfriend? She says yes. Of course she's going to say yes. She knows she doesn't have to do things anymore, right? Listen, I'll put it to you this way. A girl that you're only fucking is going to suck your dick more than your girlfriend. Your girlfriend is going to suck your dick more than your wife. You see how that works? The more commitment a woman has, the less likely she is to suck your dick. The more commitment a woman has, the less likely it is she's going to continue to do the things that you like. That's how that works. The less commitment there is, and the more you make her work for it, the more she works for it. Right? Well, what about your girlfriend? Dude, Devin sucks my dick every time we have sex. Devin wears heels every time we have sex. Because for 18 months, I told her, you will do what I say, when I say, and how I say it. Otherwise, I'm pulling this off the table. And if there ever comes a day where she doesn't want to do it anymore, then I guess I'm pulling it off the table. So, yeah, very, very important for you guys to know and understand. Never, ever, 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 under any circumstances, angle for a relationship, angle for commitment with a woman first. Make her do it. Well, what if she never angles for commitment first? Well, player, she doesn't like you as much as you thought she did. Well, what if she's waiting for you? If she's waiting for you to angle for commitment first, then she doesn't like you as much as you think she does. Bruh, if a girl likes you enough, she's going to try to get you to commit. Guys, do not jump the gun. Do not jump the gun. That's all they're looking for. This is exactly why girls wait for you to commit first, to give themselves permission to stop trying. This is why else do you think women the world over, or at least the country over, are dragging men down the aisle? It's not because they love men and want to be married to them. No, because they want to shit out a couple of kids and fucking sit around and drink wine and fucking eat ice cream and fucking fried chicken and donuts. They know they got you by the balls. What are you gonna do? Leave? She's going to take your kids, half your present and future earnings. She has to do shit for you. That's how that works. Because you gave her that commitment. Trey the NBD says Tyrone and shipping gets it too. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. That's another character for The Office. So there's Kevin in sales, Steve in accounting, Tyrone in shipping. And they're all running through these bitches. All running through these bitches. The box asks a very, very good question. Let me see if I can follow the string here. This is very, 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 very good. Very, very good. Oh, my brother just texted me. My brother's texts are coming in weird. Whoa, hold on. I got to turn my phone down. All of a sudden, my brother's texting me. He's texting me back to back here. All right. He liked the Biggie reference. My brother is 6 years younger than I am. I'm 42. He's 36. So the box asked a question, but if she does all that, I don't know what that is, and I don't care. But the second part of his question is what got my attention. He says, couldn't I just get her to lose weight? No. Never, ever, ever commit to a fat woman. It is a lose-lose proposition, and here's why. If you commit to a fat woman, okay? And a lot of guys say, well, I'm going to commit to a fat woman, and then I'm going to help her lose weight, and then I'll have this thin, hot girl. Oh, no. That's not the way it goes. Because let's just say you commit to a fat girl, you put her in some sort of training program, and you put her on HGH, and she does all the stuff, and she becomes hot. Do you think she's going to stick around with you? No. The first reason is that her value is now higher. And when a woman knows her sexual market value is higher, what she has at that time is no longer adequate. Right? The second reason is because your value already went down when you committed to her. She's going to be hot and slim, And she's gonna say, huh, you know what? I appreciate him for getting me that gastric bypass surgery and get me the plastic or whatever measures that you paid for her to lose weight. I appreciate him doing these things for me, but he committed to me when I was a fat girl. And she's not doing this consciously, guys. This is all on a subconscious level. This is all happening in the background of her hard drive. So subconsciously she's thinking, okay, well, this guy committed to me when I was fat, right? So now we go back to pre-selection. You see a guy with a hot girl, no matter what he looks like, other women want to be with him because he's with a hot girl, right? But if girls see guys with a fat girl, what's she going to think? Oh, hot girls must not want him, okay? The state of your woman is a reflection on you. Guess what? Women do not exclude themselves from that conversation. They don't exclude themselves from that standard. So now that she's all hot and she looks all good because you helped her lose weight, she's going to think to herself, this guy commits to fat girls. If he commits to fat girls, then his value must be low. But Donovan, she's talking about herself. Yeah, she's talking about herself in the past tense. All she knows, and again, this is subconscious. This is Mother Nature. All she knows is he commits to fat girls. I am no longer a fat girl, so I cannot be with him. This is why you can never, ever, ever commit to fat women. It is a lose-lose proposition. Dude, you watch My 600-Pound Life or any documentary where a woman who's fucking 850 pounds loses all the weight. For whatever reason, these women have boyfriends. God only knows why or how, but they do. Guess what happens when they start losing weight? They start acting up. Well, I'm down to 450, right? I can get more men now at 450 than I ever did at 600. Daryl, I don't want you no more. I'm young and hot. Real talk. Do not commit to fat women, guys. Do not commit to fat women. Snake 1000, drop in knowledge, says, don't make your necessity a virtue. 100%. 100%. Hang on a second, because I saw something. So Paul Deverin says, just my standards, I guess, and I'm at work, so don't catch all the details. Fair enough, but be careful with the word standards. When you say standards, again, you're not talking about sexual market value. Okay? If you see a woman that you want to fuck, that's the only standard that you have. Now, if you're talking about relationships, you don't want to date a woman who smokes, all right, cool. Those are your standards. But if the only standard that there is for men to be sexually attracted to women is sexual attractiveness. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what color her hair is. It doesn't matter if she smokes. If she is hot, we want to fuck her. Doesn't matter if she smokes, doesn't matter, whatever. No. That's what it is right there. We're talking about a sexual standard, not a relationship standard. Guys, dude, seriously, miss me with the standard stuff. Like, you're not any better than men who don't discriminate women because they smoke, right? Like, don't do that. Well, I would never date a woman who smokes. Okay, fine, but you'd certainly fuck her, wouldn't you? That's the reason why we call it sexual market value. It is the sexual market, not the relationship market. You guys are killing me. Instead of saying I'd never fuck a girl who smokes, no, I would never commit to a girl who smokes. Dude, my brother's sending me all kinds of weird messages. If you're watching, dear brothers, there's something going on with your phone, dude. All right. Mr. Pitt says, congrats on 40K. Keep it up. KG Auto with another $5 super chat. He says, this may be a dumb question, but do you ever talk about red pill awareness to women during a date or in a relationship? You guys are asking kick-ass questions, man. You guys are asking very, very, very good questions. The answer to that, KG, and he says this may be a stupid question, but no, it's not a dumb question, because a lot of guys who are new to this community want to know whether or not they should talk about red pill awareness. Well, the answer is no. You should never, ever talk about red pill awareness with women. There are guys who tell me, hey, Donovan, me and my girlfriend, we watch your show. Donovan, my girlfriend knows about your show and this and that. Don't do that, okay? The reason why you never share the red pill with your wife or girlfriend is because when she sees you doing or acting a certain way, and she knows that you watch shows like this, read blogs like this, Rollo Tomasi, Roosh V, etc., and by the way, Roosh is 100% a Christian now, so I don't want to put him back in that box. But back in the day, dude, Roosh was a slayer. But Roosh has given his life to God, and I totally and completely respect that. Kudos to that guy, man. He is something else. Hey, he was at my place on the 4th of July. Rock solid guy. Anyway, when your woman or your girlfriend sees you acting a certain way, she's going to think to herself, again, this is subconscious. She's going to think, is he doing this because this is who he is? Or is he doing this because Donovan Sharpe told him to do it? Is he saying or acting this way because this is who he is? Or is somebody advising him on how to act? Women want to know that you are congruent. Women don't want to know how the sausage is made. Okay? They just want the sausage. And if a woman knows how the sausage is made, she's not as impressed by it. It's the same way when we find out how a magic trick works, we're not exactly impressed by the magic. That's why I don't look up how magic tricks work. No, I like that I don't know how it works. I like being mystified and amazed. And by the way, if you're ever in Vegas, you got to go see the Chris Angel show. It is, oh my God, that'll change your life. But this is why you never give away what they call in the magic world, the magician world, the prestige. We don't want to know how it works, because if we do, it takes the fun out of it, right? So if you talk about red pill awareness to your woman on the first date, she might be, yeah, I'm on board 100%. Men should be men, women should be women. Traditional masculinity, women shouldn't be sluts, and all this other kind of stuff. I'm down with that. But at some point, she's going to start to question, okay, is this really who he is, or is this who he is being advised to be? Women want congruity. They want to know that you are who you are for no other reason but that you are that person. That's how that works. So the quick answer to your question, KG Auto, is no. Never. The red pill is like the Fight Club. We used to talk about this all the time early on in the community. Rule number 1 of Fight Club, never talk about Fight Club. Rule number 2, never talk about Fight Club. And of course, rule number 3, never talk about Fight Club. It's the same thing as red pill. You can talk about it with your male friends, your buddies, right? You're not trying to fuck them. But you should never, ever, ever let women know. You should never let women all the way in, right? Man, he just gets me. Like, how does he know? How did he know that I was going to do X, Y, and Z? How does he always know the right thing to say? Why is it that he pisses me off and turns me on at the same time? Well, if she knows that you have red pill awareness, if she knows you're going to rollotomasi.com or therationalmale.com, if she knows you watch TSR live on weekdays at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday, then she's going to be like, you know what? I don't know if he really is who he has presented himself to be. I wonder what would happen to him if he stopped watching this show. Women don't want to know how it's made. They just want the result. The Box says, thanks for the response with the $10 super chat. The Box with the $10 super chat says, thanks for the response. He says, and I remember now that you have mentioned that the moment of commitment means she is good enough, and asking more will be a what the fuck moment in her eyes. Real talk. Let me expound on that. I'll give you an extreme example as to why you should never commit to a woman first, right? Let's say, gotta adjust my nuts down here. I've been sitting down here for what? Hour and 18 minutes. If you say to a woman, hey, would you like to be my girlfriend? And she says, okay. And you say, great. I've got some ground rules to lay. Don't go to bars. If you want to stay my girlfriend, don't go to bars or clubs. Don't text your ex. You got to be off social media. She's going to be like, wait, what? And she would be right. Because you asked her to be her girl. When you ask a woman to be your girlfriend first, this means that there's nothing else required of her to get your commitment. You can't tell her what your requirements are after you're the one who commits first. That's like signing a contract with an NFL team. Hey, we're going to pay you $5 million a year, Donovan. Okay, great. You sign the contract. And oh, by the way, we're going to pay you your salary. We're going to pay you your salary every 6 months. And we're going to only pay you 50% of your salary because we're going to withhold it. Wait, what? Oh, and oh, by the way, you also have to clean the toilets, clean the bathroom. And again, I know I'm sort of getting off kilter, but you guys understand what I'm saying, right? When you ask a girl to be your girlfriend first, when you commit to her first, you're essentially signing that contract that says, you are now worthy. You have done everything that is necessary to secure my commitment. And now it is up to you whether or not you sign the contract. So you can't be making requirements of women after you ask her for your commitment. Corey Capella says, would I bang Michaela Peterson? See what Michaela Peterson looks like. Let's see. Michaela Peterson. Okay. Let me see what she looks like. Michaela Peterson, is she... Uh-oh, these are all headshots. All headshots. Oh, there's one of her. Yeah, yeah, I would. I mean, based on what I'm seeing here, yeah. Don't ask me would I bang someone who is obviously bangable. Like, let's not do that, guys. You're wasting my time. Wasting my time. I like the fact that I can surf the web and not get lag either. Silverman says she's built like Dr. Robotnik. Right. Okay, all right. I'm going to answer a few more of these. Trey, the NBD, says this is fire as usual. Appreciate that. Wow. Def Monkful says Amy Horton still feeding ladies crap since 1990. Wow, I didn't know she's been out of that long. Okay, necessity of virtue. Oh, here's this guy again. Can't even pronounce his name. He says, Greetings, Donovan. What's the most controversial red pill theory in your opinion, but nevertheless true? Something that you know is true, but most people don't. P.S. What's with the headphones on the wall? You, my friend, have been banned. I'm hiding you on the channel because you're asking me these long, drawn-out questions that require my attention without super chatting. If you're going to ask me a question like that, you got to super chat that in. This guy's like, dude, he's like a woman. What? What's with the headphones on the wall? He sounds like Devin. Devin is always like, oh, this is, what this is. I'm like, Dev, seriously, babe, like, you're a woman. Like, I'm not trying to appeal to you. All right. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Wiggy Will, with a $5 super chat, says, perfecting your masculinity is the greatest gift you can give yourself, your women, and society. This is your new mission statement, men. I like that. I like that. I love it. And Capesa says, never cohabitate, never marry. I would agree with that. Never cohabitate, never marry. But Donovan, you're cohabitating. Yes, I am Donovan fucking Sharpe, and I do what the fuck I want. You kidding me? Dude, this is the thing, man. This is the thing. And a lot of guys, a lot of my detractors like to say, oh, Donovan. A lot of people think I'm married to Devin, which is absolutely fucking ludicrous. I don't know where they're getting that from. But a lot of guys like to say, well, Donovan is a hypocrite. He lives with a woman. No, I'm not a hypocrite. Yes, I actually have lived with Dev now since 17. Yeah, over 2 years, guys. But don't get it twisted. Like, I'll be the fuck up at it. If she were to come in here right now and say, Donovan, that's it. We're done. I'm kicking. She can't kick me out of here, right? But let's just say but again, that's rule number one. Okay, your girl can never have leverage on you. This is why guys get cheated on, because when they cohabitate, they don't have any leverage. That's the deal. Damn, if my girl kicks me out, I'm not gonna have a place to stay, dude. If Devin were to kick me out right now, I know exactly where I would go. I know, dude, I've got 2-3 places I know I could go right now. Have a place of my own right now, right? I would never, ever advise men who are relatively new to the red pill, don't cohabitate with women. It's not worth it, guys. It is a fucking headache. Do not get it twisted. I'm Donovan Sharpe. I can handle that. I'm not an exception to the rule, but I know my shit. If Devin were to completely go feral, I'd be aight. Believe me. Amak says, what about smoking weed? If you want to do it, do it. Oh, wait a minute. Guys, do not orange me. Do not orange me. I do not like it when you do that. Do not orange me. I'm going to give you one warning and one warning only. Dreamhawk, who oranged me, asks, what do you think about being in a relationship with a girl that's banged 2 guys you know? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? You want to commit to a woman? You want to commit to a woman who is your friend Sloppy Seconds? Get the fuck out of here with that, man. Don't ask me dumb shit like that. What do you think about being in a relationship with a girl who's banged 2 of your friends? The joke's on you, idiot. You kidding me? Fuck out of here. Yeah, you guys are starting to ask me. You guys are starting to ask me questions that cost $165 for half an hour. Good try. Good try. George Whitehead says this channel is the tooth. Love it. You Fruman says, wouldn't it be best to have the house in your name then? It doesn't matter whose name the fucking house is in. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Oh, wait. Oh, here we are. Oh, see. Oh, now, listen. Now now we got guys trying to poke holes here. She can't kick you out then, right? If the house is in your name, she can't kick you out. Yes, that's absolutely true. Listen, again, if you never move in with a woman, guys, make sure she moves in. And again, I would strongly advise against cohabitating with women. Dude, listen, Rollo Tomasi has been married for 23 years. He tells men, don't get married. Okay? A lot of, well, Rollo's married, tells us not to get married. Motherfuckers, do what I say, not as I do. Okay? You ain't me, right? Like my situation, there are a lot of things you guys do not understand about this particular situation. Devin, I'll put it to you this way. I'll just put it to you this way. Devin would be foolhardy to do anything stupid. Devin would be foolhardy to try to kick me out of my place. I'll tell you that right now. That said, if you absolutely must cohabitate with women, you need to be at least 5 years into the red pill, and you need to have your own shit, and you need to have a lot of money. I'm not going to get into the semantics and start to pick this stuff apart. You guys are, whatever. Okay. Rick Torres in the house. I think I've seen you in a question. No, Orange Me. Solo Mitch says Orange Me is when you ask him a question without sending a donation. No. Orange Me means putting at Donovan Sharpe. And the reason why people do that is because they want to get my attention. I got 900 people watching, right? And I've got 900 people watching, and I have all of these unbelievable dudes who have sent me super chats for questions, right? Now, listen, I don't mind if you ask a question, but when you're oranging, it's almost like you're trying to take a shortcut. These guys, like seriously, these guys supported the show. Like, let me send them a couple of bucks and ask them a question. Don't disrespect my time and don't disrespect the people who have donated to the show by trying to orange me. Oranging somebody, in my opinion, that's like a free super chat. That's like a $0 super chat. XYZ person with the $0 super chat says, Donovan, what do I do if my girlfriend cheats on me? That's okay, El Macho. That's okay. All right. Okay, guys. George Whitehead said, I meant to say truth. No, I like the tooth. I like tooth. Yo, this channel is the truth. This channel is the tooth. Carl the Tooth Williams from In Living Color. KG Auto with another $5 super chat. Dude's donated like $100. Says, I just noted the neon banana. Hashtag banana gobblers. That's usually how that goes. Usually how that goes. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. My thanks to all of my super chatters. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Telling me to get away from me, your lame ass song, leave me in peace. Always try
trying to say I shouldn't be with that chick. The real reason why is cause you want that bitch, but you ain't never been her type. So they always wanna hate, guess I'm doing something right. They're telling me I'm broke, dude, what's new? Having money never gonna lay you. On top of that, all these gold diggers gonna take you and break you. Monetarily rape you. Oh, they love it when I talk my shit. It's why they simp dudes stay policing my dick. If they can have it, nobody can. Y'all be acting more like bitches than a man. Damn, you be fighting over chicks trying to throw hands. They don't even know they going out. This one, goddamn, he don't get none, he the dick police. Looking like a bitch, he the dick police. Telling me to dick, get away from me, your lame ass song.